Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am so glad to be here. I'm glad you're here. I hope you guys are here too. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, my name is Leah. I review different beauty products, all new. Sometimes I'm a little bit behind, but not much behind. I also do tutorials. I do sometimes participate in some viral things that do go around, like on TikTok. I'll do like whatever's going around. I'll bring it on YouTube and do that too. For instance, one of my videos that I did on TikTok for the flea blush pudding pops, I did that on YouTube, so that way I keep you guys up to date, because you guys are my #1 fans. I love you guys so much. So you guys are my first priority. So I will always keep you guys up to date. So yeah, that is it. By the time you guys see this, it will be Wednesday. My internet is a little bit slower than usual because I live out in the country. Yeah, the internet just is not the best. Sometimes I even have to, like, if it's really slow, I have to, like, go into town and connect to a Wi-Fi in McDonald's, which is, I think, like 8 minutes from my house. And so, yeah, those days really suck. But I'll stop in, get myself a high C orange because those are my favorite. Connect to a Wi-Fi. It usually doesn't take no more than 10 minutes. And then I'm done. So, today's video is all new makeup. And also I wanted to talk about the Sephora sale. I'm a little bit behind. I did post on the community tab if you guys wanted me to do a, like, what would I recommend during the, I'm so behind. I'm so bad at this. I need to get better at this, and I apologize. But so there's 3 tiers for the Sephora sale. They have the Rouge, which is the top. I am a Rouge member. I save 20% off your total purchase. Then there's VIB, you save 15% off. And then Beauty Insider, you save 10% off. So if you're not a Sephora member, all you have to do is sign up with the email and a password. Make sure you're what is my deal today? When you do sign up, make sure you go into your email, verify your email through Sephora, and then you get your 10% off. And then what you do is once you shop through Sephora, you accumulate points, and then you kind of like earn your way up through the tiers. Now what's good is Sephora has their own like brand. So they have like beauty products ranging from skincare. They have makeup brushes, which I do have, and I should have pulled them out ahead of time. Well, I think I have one right here. So here's one that I bought from the Sephora sale last year. This is from their Pro line. Now, I've not used any other brushes in the other collections, but their Pro line is really, really nice. I use this brush for like putting powder underneath my eyes. You can use this for like contour and bronzer. Yeah, it's a really multi-use tool. I also even have a concealer brush that I have that you guys have seen me use, which is right here. I'm so glad that I was just able to just pull them out like this. This is 78. This is a small concealer brush, so it's really good for getting underneath your eyes and applying concealer and blending it out. The brush that I just talked about was the Pro Sculpting Blush Brush. It is number 99. So if you guys want to write that down, you guys can. if you buy anything from the Sephora collection, that means brushes, skincare, makeup, you're automatically going to save 30% off no matter what kind of tier you're at. So that's really good. I think I've used a couple of their, I have a baked finishing powder that I bought from them. But other than like really diving into their makeup, I have not used any of their makeup. Now, I just placed my Sephora order yesterday, and I did buy it's a really pretty blush. And so I can't wait to receive it in the mail because it looked promising online. So we'll see, we'll test it out, see how it goes. And I might do like a full face of using Sephora brand. But I also wanted to talk, this is not something that Sephora sells. Ulta sells it, Target, Walmart. But I have been really, really loving this. When it comes to my hair care, I am really, really picky. So I only wash my hair twice a week. But I have been using this Batiste dry shampoo, and I really sometimes sweat a lot, and especially in my hair. And I use this, like, let's say that I washed my hair yesterday. I would apply this not the next day, but I would apply it in the next day and, just go through and section your hair. And then I even do it in the back. And then after you spray it, you want to massage it into your hair. And then what I'll do is I'll take a brush and comb it through your hair, and it's like you just washed your hair. But it takes care of your sweat activated, it absorbs oil, it relieves bursts of freshness. As you sweat, it's up to 24 hours of freshness. I've not had any kind of irritations. Sometimes hair products will make me itch, and this hasn't did that. So I really, really love this. So that is something that I would recommend if you're into dry shampoo. I've heard Living Proof even has a really great dry shampoo. That is a little bit more on the pricier side. I've not tried it, but that is another recommendation that I've heard. So let's get into makeup before I make this a long video. So this is a one size, this is from Patrick Starr. He is a beauty influencer, a YouTuber, and a makeup brand owner. We have two products that I bought from him. I have this sponge that is really different. So it has like this flat end and then another side. So I'm thinking like you could use the flat end to blend out your foundation. You can even use this to like apply your contour. You can use it for concealer. I'm going to go ahead and wet this, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So it definitely doubled in size, as you can tell. It's really soft. I love my blenders to be soft. So I will apply this with the foundation. This is the one size, Turn Up the Base Full Beat Liquid Foundation. I love like the red packaging, the cap. It's got this metallic red cap on it. The foundation is, the bottom part is made out of glass. It really feels luxury. I appreciate that. What I really appreciate from these beauty influencers that start their own brands, they have been playing with makeup for so long. So when they do start their own brands, like, they know what they're doing. So like and you should do this with every foundation is shake. And plus it said to shake with directions. But almost every product that I've got from an influencer, it has been fantastic. So let's get this foundation on. I am going to apply primer. I almost forgot about it. We have a new primer also. I hope this is not broke. I hope this is taking a long time. Hold on, there might be a safety seal on this. What is going on? My pump don't seem to be working. Okay, so my pump is not working. We're just gonna have to go with the flow. And I have like literally pumped and pumped and pumped. So I have a new primer. This is the MAC Studio Fix Mattifying 24-Hour Shine Control Primer. I think everybody else has tried this primer except for me. I love the packaging. So the consistency looks like this. And I went ahead and did all my skin prep. And I'm going to apply this primer to my pores because I have pores, as you guys know that, and texture. And I should have did a side-by-side, but I wasn't thinking. But I do know what my pores did look like before I applied this. And I know you guys trust me. It doesn't have a scent. And by the way, if you guys see that my lips are bruised and like jacked up, basically. I did get lip filler again. It was time for me to get them redone. So that's why they're looking that way and crazy. Okay, so it did mattify my skin. I don't know if you guys can tell because I didn't do a side-by-side. But I don't know if you guys can see my chin, but I can apply it on my chin so you guys can see. And I want to remind you that the product is not making my skin red. It's me touching my skin. This happens all the time. So I'll just wait for the redness to calm down. And I'll apply it to my forehead. So you guys definitely see that before and after. So the redness has calmed down on my chin. I really like this primer. And when it comes to primers, and especially when you're mattifying your pores and smoothing them, I really don't tend to have a lot of faith in these products. But this is really promising. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the pump part and applying it to my face because we can't get the pump to work. So we're just gonna work with what we have. It's probably too much. And I'm gonna use the sponge. Now I'm gonna remind you this is a full coverage foundation. So this should be covering everything on my face. And I really like the sponge because you can take the corner and flip it and like get in there in the corners of your nose, which is hard to do with a beauty sponge, like a beauty blender, a regular one. I don't know if this is my color. I'm not sure yet. It's kind of looking, not sure. Actually, this might be my color. Yeah, it's fine. It's just kind of like looking, it's kind of having like a gold undertone to it. I'm not sure. It looks a little orange, and I ordered a cool tone. Unless I messed up. Alright. So this is what it looks like. I think the foundation is beautiful. It's not creasing or anything, doing nothing crazy. I'm going to apply some contour. I don't have any new cream contour products. So I'm going to use my West Atelier contour. And what am I doing? I don't think I'm going to contour under my jaw. I do have some new brushes that I do want to use. So from the TikTok, oh, that darn TikTok shop, they give me all the time. So I really wanted to try something from Made by Mitchell. So I ordered some brushes, which I don't need brushes. Like, I have so many. Like, I need to do a haul and show you guys how many brushes I have. But I heard his brushes are really nice. And they come in like a different array of colors. I got the pink. So I wanted to show you the bottom of the handles because they're ombre. So you get this pink pearlescent color. And it comes down to like a neon green. And then these are what the brushes look like. And they're really soft. So you're getting some face brushes. You're getting some eye brushes. Right now they're on sale. I don't know exactly how much I paid for them, but they were really affordable. So what do I need to use? I'm going to use this one right here. So this one is the MF9 brush. So you could use this two ways. It's so soft. You could use this for blending out your contour, or you can use it for concealer. Today we're going to use it to blend out our contour. See how well these brushes work. Need my mirror. I want to make sure that I'm in frame and not taking my mirror and blocking you guys, because I have a tendency of doing that. So I apologize ahead of time. Okay, so far, this brush is actually blending out my contour. This is a blush brush. So I have two new cream blushes. This is from Flea. Flea is sold on TikTok, and then they also have a website you can go to. I received two shades from them. This one is in the shade Batty, and this one is Rosy Glaze. And what I love to do is pair these together do like a ombre. And when they sent the blushes, they sent me a tool. And this is really unique. So this is a silicone applicator. So when you take your finger and you take concealer and you blend it out underneath your eye, it warms the product underneath your eye and blends it out. So they made a product like this to replace your finger to blend out concealer, but they use this to blend out their blushes, which is kind of cool. So this is what we're going to use it for. I am going to take this Batiste shade, and these are pigmented. So if you do get some shades from them, please be careful because they are pigmented. And that seems to be the trend when you do, you know, buy blushes. I'm going to apply it on the apple of my cheeks and blend it out. And that actually is too much. I'm going to take some product out so I'm able to blend it out. And you just take the applicator and blend it out like this in like circular motions. Or you can take your finger I'm going to take my finger and kind of like warm the product up a little bit more so you're able to move it. Blend the edges out. And then we're going to take Rosy Glaze and we're going to put that on the back of our cheeks. And the consistency feels so crazy. It like has this jello consistency, which is kind of cool to play with. I love brands that actually take beauty products and go out of the box and create these fun beauty products. And they do have a scent. So if scents in your beauty products bother you, this might not be for you. But if you don't mind it, these are just so gorgeous and so fun to play with. And see how gorgeous that looked, just blending them together. And this is really light blush, but if you want it darker, you can definitely build it up. Because we're just going to go in on top of powder to set it, and that cream is still going to come through. Alright, now let's go in with some concealer. This is by Tarte. So this is the Shape Tape Blur. And it has like a diamond shape design to it, which is kind of cool. This is in the lightest shade for the cool undertone part. So I'm going to apply it like I usually do. And it's really creamy. Let's see what I can use to blend this out. I really don't have a brush. I could have used this, but I used contour for this. So we're going to use, let's just use the sponge with the foundation that we didn't use and use that. I really like the sponge. Like, look how quick that blends that out. And I'm able to get in the corners, which I love that so much. It makes my job easier. And see how I'm able to take the round part of the sponge and go right underneath the eye and hug it. And it blends out. Patrick Star has thought of everything. Now let me get the mirror. Oh, that's a hair. All right, so I have a new brow pencil. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Benefit did create something like this a long time ago that I did love. This is the Mighty Fine Brow Pen. Comes in several shades, and it looks like this. So their version that they created a long time ago, which I really loved, because when you're like a beginner, when you're first starting out with makeup, you're not the best at drawing those little tiny hair strokes. So, and I started this out at the beginning of the YouTube channel. So this is their brow version a long time ago with those spikes. And I'll show you guys what it looks like. I don't know if that's a bad swatch. So it looks like that. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I usually hold it up like this and bring it in like real quick, like flick it. But they created another version which looks like this. And I'll show you what this looks like. Which is more defined. And I'm hoping this is the right shade. So we're gonna go ahead and try it. See how well this is gonna go. So brush our hairs up, our brow hairs. Okay, it's definitely working. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it's definitely creating those tiny brow strokes. The only problem is, now that is kind of halfway done, but now I'm going to have to go in with two different products. The one that I've been loving lately is by MCO Beauty, because I like to draw the line underneath my brow. Because it's more, I draw that line underneath my brow. So I kind of got to go in with two products. which is fine. I think the shade is throwing me off. I think I'm gonna take a brow comb and pull that product through. There's a piece of hair on this. And lay them down. All right, let's get to the next part of our makeup. Now let's go ahead and set our powder products. We're gonna go in with the NARS, what is this? What's the name? Pure Luxury Palette. So you're getting highlighters, you're getting 3 blushes, which I think I wanna go in with this peachy shade. You're getting a contour or bronzer and then a highlight. We're gonna go in with this bronzer shade right here. And set that contour that we just put down. Ooh, I love this formula. This was definitely a good buy. I usually don't buy NARS palettes, and I just somehow was gravitated towards it. And now I'm glad I did. This palette is gorgeous. And we're going to put some on our forehead. Here wants to go on my face. That's why I wear a headband, guys. Because my hair just has a personality and wants to say, hey, I'm here to play. Let's play. And I am going to put some underneath my neck. Let's slim what I have. All right, let's go ahead and apply some blush. So this is a little blush brush. This one is MF4. And I'm going into this middle shade right here, which is like a peachy tone. I'll put this to my cheeks. That's really pretty. It looks airbrushed when I'm looking in the mirror right now. You guys can tell, but it looks really pretty. This reminds me of the Hourglass formula, the powders, the ambient powders. These are gorgeous powders. Beautiful. If you guys can find, like, I think this was a holiday launch. I'm not sure. But if you guys can find this palette still, I don't know if it's still available, I would pick this up because this is gorgeous. Matter of fact, I will actually I'll try to find this. I'm not promising anything. If I do find it, I will link it down below underneath the video. And if I don't find it, I'll just put in the description that I was not able to find it. I think it looks really, really pretty though. Now let's play with some highlighter. I have a new highlighter brush. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the A23. Go into this highlight shade. picking up anything? Yes. Subtle. It's not a blinding highlighter. Not every highlighter is going to be blinding, but it is pretty. Let me try my finger. They are baked, so it's kind of hard to get through the top layer of these formulas. Okay, I wish the highlighter was a little bit stronger. You can see it on this side not so much. The blush and bronzer was beautiful. Now let's bake with some setting powder. This is by Tarte. This is the Creaseless Setting Powder. I did pick up the shade, the pink shade. Let's see what we're working with. It comes with this little tiny powder puff, which is super adorable. Let's see how this opens. Hello. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it has like a netting to it. Let me grab a powder puff. I'm going to use one of mine. I'm going to stamp off excess. Okay, that powder was gorgeous. I really like this powder. It didn't do anything crazy underneath my eyes, which I hate powders when you put it on top of concealer and then it creases. I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Then it makes me look older than what I usually am, even though I am old, just not older. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. I got this fun palette. Could not remember who makes this. I'll put it in the description box. I can't even find the box that it came in. So terrible. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay a transition shade down. Probably a taupe shade. Just to lay a color down. Probably like a shade like this. I think it's probably the same color as my eyes. I don't know why I put my mirror down. Put that in my crease. Because we're going to lay down a shimmer. Actually, I'm going to go into this gray shade right here. So this is the MAC Connect in Color Palette. And I'm going to go into this shade right here. because that was literally the same color as my eye. And I want something darker. So I'm going to lay that color down. All right, now that we've laid some color down, let's go in and lay some shimmer down. These are all super gorgeous. I think I might lay a glitter glue down though, so that way they will survive the lay down. Because I've not played with these before. Trying to figure out which one I want to play with. They're all so beautiful. I'm drawn to this one right here. That one is really, really pretty. What's this one look like? I really don't like that one. That one is pretty though. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay that shade down. That is really pretty. So pretty. I'm impressed. And it takes a lot to make me impressed with a shimmer. It is really gorgeous. And then I think I'm going to take, I need to amp it up more. I think I'm going to take this shade right there, that is gorgeous, and put that right in the middle as like a spotlight. Yeah, that was it. Yep, that was perfect. I really like this, you guys. This was a quality palette, and look at the packaging on this. It like feels luxe. That is gorgeous. All right, let's get some mascara on, liner. lipstick, and then we're done, you guys. I didn't pick out a new liner. I'm going to go ahead and use the NYX Epic Ink liner. I think this is dried out because it's not working. So I'm going to have to throw that away. Oh, give me something I can play with. Okay, let's use the NYX. I'm going to use the NYX Matte Ink Liner. This has got like a brush tip to it. Okay, so I ended up switching over to the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. So I'm going to wait for that to dry so it don't transfer to my lid. I'm going to go ahead and apply the lip liner. This is the Kosas Hot Liner in the shade Beyond. It's got this cool packaging for the top. And then we're going to apply, this is also by Kosas. This is they only have a one collection with the lip balms. This is in the shade Baby Rose, which is a gorgeous shade. That lip liner and lip balm is gorgeous together. And I love the packaging on this, the magnet. I love that. So let's go ahead and curl lashes because it should be dried by now. And I don't have a new mascara, but I have like a recent new mascara. Which means we've used it before. It's somewhat new. This is by House Labs, their new recent mascara. I have to dunk back in. Okay. So that, I don't want you guys to see up my nose. That's so embarrassing. Let's go ahead and put in a liner. I'm not too sure about this mascara. It did, like, give me length. I'm not really impressed with these mascaras that come out. Like, it has, like, a mascara has not, like, blown the socks off me. They pretty much do the same thing. Some are really bad, but... by the way, I just used the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline Eye Pencil in the shade Legend. Okay, you guys. So, that I've done everything. Brows. We did the lip combo. I think the lip combo is just my absolute favorite. The mascara, I'm not too sure about. I'm kind of like teeter-totting on that one. I love this palette. This is gorgeous. I love the shimmer palette. Like, did you guys see inside this palette? Like, look how gorgeous those shimmer shades are. These pencils by Made by Mitchell, beautiful. The sponge by One Size, gorgeous. But we need to use the setting spray so we can set our makeup. This is by Max. I don't know why I said Max. MAC. Alright, you guys, that is the makeup for today. I hope you enjoyed the makeup for today. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.